Yeah, no, we really love Brewdog. Hashtag.
Manny, we're not
hashtag
there yet.
postmodern classic. Hashtag equity for punks.
Save it for episode 10. Hello there, and welcome to a slightly unwell version of the Let's Watch Horror podcast. You may remember from a week ago, Ruby was unwell. Now I've got it. You're here with unwell Rob. Pretty alright, Manny.
I did have a pretty vicious cough during the week, but I'm above average, Manny.
That's good.
Yeah.
You've managed to recover, unlike me, slightly below average.
Tail end Ruby.
Yeah.
So you know we're all suitably diseased and gammy to be reviewing horror movies.
Yeah, and last night we did go to a gig as well, so we're a bit tired.
Yeah, we're all a bit knackered, but
we're gonna give it our all anyway.
Yeah.
I've got to say, I was energised by this movie, by this little short. Anyway,
I was. It booted me back online. It did.
It booted you back online.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Interesting choice of words.
Yeah.
No, definitely, mate. It was literally for a 4-minute movie. This thing got it done, like fully.
It did its job.
It was excellent, actually.
Exactly. The movie we're talking about is called Soundbite, and it came out at Halloween this year, so it's 2018. Yeah. It was a really awesome little film. I think it was really, 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 really good.
Really, really?
Yeah. So the basic premise of the film is that we open up a girl inside of her room, and she's sort of looking at her phone, getting a few messages on her phone, and she sits down at her laptop, sort of looks at her phone once more. Gets to her laptop and something very... she puts her headphones in. That's a very important thing.
Yeah.
And something very ominous starts to happen.
And the girl was played by Taylor Murphy Sinclair. And I got to say, she didn't have to say anything, but within that 4 minutes, she did something which made us all say that was really good acting.
Yeah, no, like properly impactful. Like very, like, you know, like considering the fact that, like I said, she didn't have any lines to say, but it just with her like expression and the attention was on her pretty much the entire time, and she really, she carried it super well.
I think she was great.
Yeah, she was.
Definitely. I kind of liked it as well because the whole background the entire time there wasn't a lot going on, but it worked because like you say, you weren't distracted by anything else going on. Apart from, there was a sign, wasn't there? There's a sign next to her on her desk.
Yeah, which we couldn't quite work out. We watched this about 3 times, which you can do in the space of 15 minutes.
Yeah. That helps. But yeah, there's like this sign written and we were like, did that say this? Did it say that? And we kind of had to pause and check. But it says, what is it? Pretend that
Act as if yes is
the only living thing.
Yeah. And then I think it says something like call clinic or something as well.
Yeah, there's also some tasks to do on there as well. But it's sort of like, obviously, like some people write down motivational quotes. I guess it's meant to be that, but it's a very strange one.
Yeah, I guess because it is a short, and because it is it gets to the point. We were kind of looking for things that sort of might give us clues as to the nature of what this ominous thing was, because it doesn't go too far into explaining it. But I prefer that with horror, because I think as soon as you start explaining things, especially if you're talking about a short, you know what I mean, you're going to start overcomplicating things, but it doesn't. It just gives you the meat of the horror, and then it just kind of goes away, which I think for a short is exactly what you need.
Yeah, I mean, something I really enjoyed about it is the fact that because it's so short, we actually got to watch it a few times, which meant I could do my notes on the first time and actually watch it again without having to write notes, because as we've discussed in other episodes, it's a massive ball ache in a way to be writing notes, especially with a horror film that's really good. I mean,
exactly.
Hereditary sucked for all of us.
Yes.
And then this one, knowing that I was going to get to watch it again, was really, really cool.
Yeah, no, definitely.
And actually get to fully appreciate it, because even it's only 4 minutes long, 4 minutes and 37 seconds exactly on YouTube. There's still quite a lot that you could miss. Like you say, we were all looking at the desk, and I noticed loads of stuff. Like I was like, oh, there's a coffee cup there. That but it's like one you travel with. But
yeah,
I don't know why in my head that
was straight away for me.
Is it because you were talking about Australia a second ago?
I don't know what that was, but it wasn't Australia. Straight away. Anyway, straight away for me. I was thinking student because I am a student and I live off of my portable coffee cup. You can't go anywhere without it, and you do end up using it at home even just because your hand seems to be glued to it. So my first thought was she's a student sitting down to do an essay or something.
Yeah.
And then we realised, I mean, maybe that was her original intention, but it's not what happens.
Yeah, I don't think I quite want to give away what happens.
No.
I like, seeing as it is really short. You know what I mean? I don't want to give away too much of the plot further than what I've already said about something she puts in her headphones and something ominous starts happening, because I think like I said, this is a very we're not given much in the way of plot surrounding this event that we do see, down to it being short. So I don't want to ruin the surprise for any particular audiences. And you can literally just go on YouTube and there'll be a link there, and you should, because it's really good.
Yeah, I mean, Michael Kaloum, the director of this film, with the co-director, he got in touch with us about this, and that was the one thing we kind of tried to work out a way of how we can talk to the creators of these films and to get them to give us the information that we can give to you guys. And I always like to ask, what do you not want us to say?
Mm-hmm.
And the only thing he said on this one is what happens to her, like the direct thing that happens from this soundbite. And to be fair, we wouldn't really want to say it anyway, because it doesn't take. You guys go and watch it. We'll put the link up on our Twitter and everything, so you can get to this, because we will highly recommend this. But Michael, he's instead of us talking too much about what happens, that we might accidentally let everyone know what happens. We'll go through a few things that Michael has told us about.
Yeah. I mean, I just wanted to mention the one thing that sticks out to me about this film. The sound design was excellent, which for a film called Soundbite, I mean, it bloody well should be.
Yeah.
But the sound design in particular, it starts off in like complete silence, like apart from the her getting the texts notifications on her phone. And she sits there, and when she puts her headphones in, the sound that starts emitting is like it's super well done. And I think that's definitely the core of this film. And I think,
didn't you? Sorry.
I think sound design, I think, is crucial in horror anyway.
Yeah.
Well, this is a thing that actually Michael told us about, is that they didn't actually have a sound person there. When they were filming it, so they had to do it all in post. And the guy who did that was Nicholas Basil. He's the editor and sound designer. And I think that knowing that's really impressive when you watch this.
He did a sick job.
He did really well.
Definitely.
And I want to say something about the sound. So you hear, is that the iPhone swoosh you hear when the text comes in? That. Okay, guys, we're gonna have to level with you here. We just had our first technical difficulties just after Manny had talked about how there's like a weird thing giving off technical difficulties. We literally had just done this crazy cool thing talking about how this film is kind of linked to Unfriended. Or
the film Unfriended.
Yeah, the film Unfriended, which we're not going to do again. You missed that, but
you missed out.
Yeah. You found that Manny is not a fan of that film. Yeah, we made some great quips about how that we may have to end up doing that film as one of our other episodes.
But I mentioned technical difficulties, and right at that moment we discovered we crashed. So we think that the soundbite has come for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like The Ring. We've watched the tape.
Yeah, we're screwed.
Oh,
we're screwed.
No.
I knew this podcast was a bad idea. This is more than we bargained for, man.
We were asking for it.
We were.
I mean, the thing is, though, it seems to be that the microphone's working better now that we've had that.
Maybe it's a good cut.
Maybe it's a good thing, guys.
But possibly, maybe. Oh, well.
Oh god, you've got the soundbite in you. Manny's having technical difficulty.
I fucking am as well.
But yeah, so we got to the bit with the iPhone swoosh that we think is what an iPhone. None of us have got an iPhone.
No.
But I assume
I'm
that's
an Android
what it
boy.
is.
And you were saying that sound is on Unfriended.
Yeah.
And I was saying that the main thing I wanted to say was that it definitely reminded me of Unfriended a lot because of this whole idea of some kind of, whatever you think it may be, causing it or whatever. It's some kind of curse travelling through computers and the internet and all the internet, right?
Yeah,
that's
what
what
it feels
I got
like
off of
me. But Michael Kalum, the director of this film, he actually says that it is it's a song that makes people do things.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't have taken that away from it, honestly, about there was a song, but it was. My first thought was it was a virus. Like that was what I would have personally.
I felt like it was that because you see a skull.
Yeah, but she was obviously listening to something.
Yeah, that is true. She has the headphones in, and obviously that plays a big part, and the sound is clearly what's getting to her. You know what I mean? And where this evil presence is coming to is through sound, and obviously that's implied through the title. So
yeah, well, that's the thing. But yeah, it's Soundbite, isn't it? Not song. It's some audio thing, but I didn't think like you can't sort of hear, you know, when you can hear a muffled song through headphones, like when someone else has got headphones in. I didn't hear anything like that.
No, there wasn't anything like that.
There was this really cool muffled
like it was like a drone.
Yeah,
like, kind of
There's a bit that's almost like our intro music, the bit that goes like and like her head kind of like there's a little twitch every time it happens, this little like
as though she's sort of falling under its spell. The performance combined with the sound kind of made for a really cool effect, actually, and it was like really it was creepy. It was good.
But that, like, one of the things I got from it as well that sort of matches, I don't want to compare it too much to Unfriended at all, it's not like a direct link, it just happened to remind me of that. And I said at the end to you guys, I was like, oh right, so cyberbullying, like this is about cyberbullying, or it's some kind of metaphor, and neither of you had thought that, which surprised me a lot, because I kind of took it,
think that deep into it.
I kind of took it for granted that you would think that. It felt that obvious to me.
Is that because the sound that she hears gets a bit saying people saying like do it,
yes,
do it?
Exactly. That's a big part of it. Like it's not just that drony noise. It eventually becomes, as it becomes more and more intense, it starts to turn into little voices saying, "Do it, do it, do it" in her ear, and that instantly made me think of all those horrendous stories you hear about people telling other people to kill themselves over the internet. You know, to a point where they actually either consider it or even do it in some cases. Yeah. And that's exactly what it made me think of.
I can definitely see how you got that. Now, when you said that to me, it started making me think about it, and I really did think that, you could easily see it that way.
But maybe you don't have to, I guess?
I don't think you have to, but I think that's a really good way of seeing it, and that is a bit of a take on cyberbullying.
I mean, I think with these sorts of things where you're not, it's not like incredibly plot heavy, and it kind of leaves a lot up to the audience. You know, it does invite sort of maybe looking at it in a more symbolic way. But when I first saw it, I was just trying to look for clues within the film that were maybe a bit more like on the nose about what this actually was. But I mean, you definitely could read it that way. I mean, there's a few ways you can read what this thing is, or what it could represent, maybe. You know?
I mean, that is the beauty of the film, is that you can watch it multiple times and figure it out for yourself.
Yeah.
And I would recommend to watch it a couple of times.
Yeah, no, for sure.
I'll give you a little bit more information about the film. It was all filmed in one day in a apartment in Hollywood. That's cool. Apparently it was very hot and stuffy that day. And knowing what me and you, Manny, get like when it's hot and stuffy in a place.
Look, we both hate humidity.
We get a bit cranky.
Passion.
Yeah.
Yes. I can't deal. Can't deal whatsoever.
And apparently because they were in an apartment, there wasn't any space to sit, so they were either hiding in the kitchen or behind the camera.
Because you've got to be careful not to cause shadows and all sorts, haven't you?
That's what I was thinking. And the camera work was done so well in this, despite that.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the shots were really well focused in, and the colour palettes were really well done. Everything was clear, but it had a slight darkness to it, where it kind of added a murkiness, which is perfect for the tone of the film.
Yeah, I mean, I feel that if me and you were in that apartment, Manny, I don't think any filming would have been done that day.
Why not, mate?
Because we don't enjoy being hot.
Oh, no.
We have been clothes off and ice pops.
Oh, really now?
Oh, Manny.
Oh,
I gotta admit, I thought you were going somewhere like that.
I'm not going anywhere. I'm just saying that I do not like being too hot.
And you like being naked with Manny, we know.
You know, I mean, if you want to give that away on the podcast, then you can let them all know.
What are you trying to let them know?
I think we should change topic. That's what I think they should know.
Very swiftly.
Moving on.
Yeah, it was released on Halloween this year, and it's done really, really well. Shall I tell you a couple of the reviews it's had or comments it's had on YouTube?
Yeah.
Because this is where you can get the film, which is cool because we're actually going to give you guys all the information you need to find it.
Yeah.
Okay, so first of all, before I start playing it, because I don't want to do that, it's had a really good dislike to like ratio. It's just gone up actually. It's had 60 likes to 1 dislike, and whoever disliked this film is a knob.
Yeah, no, because for a short, an independently made short, it is very well made. The production value is on point. It is.
I did not know that there's loads of good little horror shorts all over YouTube.
Yeah, I know. I like that the door has been opened. I think the rabbit hole goes deep.
Exactly. So there's just loads of comments. It's all like, looks awesome, love it, loved it, so good, awesome job guys, this was so much fun, great job. Yes, I wanted more and more. A feature for this concept would be phenomenal. The angles, the music, her look, all on point. So people really like this film. And
and rightly so.
Yeah, and it's always good when people actually write, like they actually let it means that people really liked it.
Yeah,
if they actually go to say something and to put their thoughts down on that. So especially nice stuff. I mean, it's very easy to go and be horrible about something on the internet, but for people actually to come out and write nice things about something means it warrants that.
Yeah, that comment that I don't know where it is now, read out before, that's definitely something that occurred to me. It feels to me, it's a great short just as a standalone thing, but it really felt like it would be a brilliant opening scene.
Yes,
so
definitely.
Where it cuts at the end of the film and it comes up then with the title screen saying Soundbite.
Yeah.
That would be, I think, a great title screen, and then after that you get into a full-length film.
It is a perfect opening scene to kind of like get you invested, and I think that we were all kind of looking for clues as to what this was and what this whole thing was. So if you would picture this at the beginning of a film, there's your intrigue straight away.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So
classic horror trope of someone dies straight away just to pique your interest, show you how the actual murders go down, and then take us back to the beginning. How is this thing traveling? What is it? What's it doing?
Show us our characters.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so just a little hint to the director there.
Yeah. We're not good at subtlety.
Give us more, please.
Yeah, that'd be good.
But no, even on its own, it's really great.
I want to talk a little bit about the poster for this film as well, because I really like this, and I think it's a good thing that we get sent these posters as well, and I want to talk about them a little bit. Let me just bring it up. Manny and Ruby, can you discuss something while I'm trying to find it?
So unfriended still sucks. like if you.
I disagree.
It's
fine.
I think I was discussing this in the thing we just lost in the crash, but there's a part where he put the fat kid has a blender in his room. He just decides to stick his hand in this blender which he happens to have in his room.
I don't think it's in his room. I'm pretty sure that kid is sat in some kind of family room. Earlier on, when they're having their group conversation,
it's funnier if you say it's in his room, though.
Fine,
because let's face it, he's not blending berries, is he?
Yeah, it's
Mars bars, it's Twixes, it's ice cream, isn't he? He's making himself a lovely little milkshake.
All right, okay, that's enough about that piece of garbage. Let's have a look at this poster.
Piece of garbage?
No, I don't want to, mate.
I'd give it a 6.1.
Oh, you can't.
Oh, I like this poster.
It is a cool poster. We'll put this on our Twitter as well, so everyone can see it.
I can't quite read that tagline at the top.
It's fear what you hear, which I think is a great tagline for this film.
Yeah,
it's cool.
It is.
Yeah.
And the comment on YouTube mentioned her look and the performance she gives. It's like an upward angle of her distressed face. You know, and it's just it's spot on. Yeah.
Yeah, and the font as well, Soundbite, looks really cool, and behind it, it's got kind of the wave patterns.
Yeah, sound waves.
Yeah, sound waves behind it, and that looks really nice. It's a really cool little poster, to be honest.
I don't know why, but I'm getting real It Follows vibes off of this poster.
That is because that literally looks like a shot from the film.
It does, doesn't it?
There's I think there is a really. I can't remember exactly. I'm fairly certain there is a shot.
I don't know if it's just that
movie.
the girl is reminiscent of the girl in It Follows or what, but it's definitely, and that's never a bad thing.
No, I mean it isn't. You know what I mean? I mean the fact that with I think this is the second time we talked about It Follows in the past, in a couple of weeks. So it just goes to show that film sticks with you.
It really does.
Yeah, it's a good one. But
yeah. But I'm all up for those kind of like concept films and stuff. I know sometimes they can go a little bit over the top, like, and maybe they're not for everyone, like in Unfriended, or various other films like that. But it's like, I'm just so up for somebody taking maybe even a little bit of a risk and going with something that's not traditional and a bit more modern. And I'm so up for that.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is a call to Michael that if you're listening to this and you would think, what's wrong with my... I'm so ill.
You're poorly.
Poor boy. Thank you. If you're listening to this, Michael, and you're thinking about extending it, do it.
Yes, I completely agree. There's definitely intrigue here. You know what I mean? And there's certainly, I think, the potential for a really interesting concept to build a lot upon. So
Definitely.
So do it. Do it.
If we try and do our own little soundbite to him, he might actually think about it.
You never know. It's worth trying.
So I think what we did last week, I really enjoyed doing, where we all came up with one word to describe it. So they'll have a little 3-word description.
All right, yeah.
Let's give it a go.
The word I am going to use is shocking for this one, mainly because of what the music and the song in the film makes the girl end up doing and what happens to her. Annoyingly, I can't tell you guys what that is, but once you've seen it, I'm sure you'll understand why I'm going for that word.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Cool.
My word is disquieting. I think it perfectly sums up like the feeling in the build-up. There is there's the real silence there, and it feels wrong in the best kind of way, and it definitely has that feeling of unease about it. So yeah, and it that's mainly achieved through the sound design. So disquieting kind of just feels right, man. Just feels right.
Quite lonely as well, isn't it? Like, because she's the only person we see.
Yeah, completely. I mean, like I said, she holds the whole thing up on herself performance-wise, and she does a brilliant job, like a brilliant job. So well done. Good, fair props to you.
I think I'm going to have to go with intriguing, because I really want to know more about what this thing is and how it operates, and how it travels, everything about it, essentially. I'd love for this film to be longer, and even if not, I'm intrigued just to understand what we have got even more.
Completely.
Yeah.
Like in order for the film to remain creepy with the short running time, it can't be given away too much in the way of exposition, can it? Otherwise, it would completely kill the vibe of the thing. So it does leave you really itching for a little bit more, because it doesn't give you everything you want, as all good horror shouldn't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
leaves you wanting more.
No, it does. It does.
No, I think that's 3 good words to describe that one. We've got shocking, disquieting, and intriguing.
Yeah, that's some DVD case material right there.
Almost as good as Jonathan Ross.
Jonathan Ross film. Jesus. I just want to quickly go through the other members of this film, as I feel that everyone should be just talked about. So it's a Michael Colum film, but it was written by Brantley J. Brown and Michael Colum, so it was 2 writers in this. The person that played the girl we've said before is Taylor Murphy Sinclair, and I hope to see her in more stuff.
Yeah, me too.
It's produced by Ray McCann. It was executive producers Jason R. Stevens and Rebecca R. Stevens. Directed by Michael Colum, of course. Director of photography is Doug Frericks. Sorry if I got that wrong, Doug.
Yeah, Frericks, I think.
Frericks, yeah. And that was brilliant. I think the photography was great, and the cinematography was really well done. The editing and sound design was Nicholas Basil, how would you say that? Basil or Basil?
Basil, we're not American.
As in Basil Fox? Is it Basil Fox? Basil Brush!
Basil
Brush! Jesus, we're all on top.
But yeah, and that was
the
obviously...
Great Mouse Detective.
Yeah, and that was a big thing. The gaffer... what is the gaffer?
Oh man, I should know this.
Samwise Gamgee's dad. Obviously.
Yeah, clearly.
That's the third one we talked about, Lord of the Rings. That was by Callisto Thompson. The SFFF.
Special effects, darling.
Zach Edwards did the makeup on that, so that would have been the blood. And you guys have to work out and watch why there's blood. Can't give anything away. But yeah, so that was all the people that were involved with the film. They did a great job, and this film really does come with a very high recommend from all of us.
Yeah, it does.
Sure.
Really, you should go and watch this. I mean, not only is it good, but it's only 4 minutes. So
it's only 4 minutes.
It's not even like you're taking a huge chunk out of your day.
No, think of all the songs that you gave a listen to and you didn't like. You know, give a horror movie a film that you will like.
Yeah, you know how you got bored of that Ed Sheeran song, and that's only like 3.5 minutes long. You know what I mean? Like you can get this, and then I definitely took a lot away out of this. And like we watched it 3 times.
Yeah, and you will be supporting indie horror, and that's always a good thing to do.
Always. Tell me at one point that isn't good.
If it's an Ed Sheeran indie horror film,
yeah, I wouldn't pay for that.
or if it's Unfriended 3.
Starring Ed Sheeran.
I don't know. I saw someone dressed up as Dead Sheeran at Halloween, and I appreciate that on lots of levels.
I mean, I wouldn't mind him dead.
Oh my god!
No, genuinely, I can't stand that guy's music. He seems like a lovely dude, but no.
So that's your concept for a horror film.
I mean, I insinuated it. You didn't have to just go all out.
I will say again, we're not good with subtlety. You know?
It dragged me down with you.
I feel like me and Ruby are good with subtlety. It's just that you level us out to being not good.
Yeah, I know. But someone's got to bring the balance in. You know, it's like a good horror movie. You've got to know when to pull back and when to go all out.
And because you don't and we do, there we go. Perfect.
It's yin and yang, baby.
And that was Soundbite. So go and check that out.
Do it.
I just wanna, if Sam from Glam, the .5 production we did last time, if you're listening, he was the guy that directed Glam, and it was a really cool little film that none of you guys would have been able to see yet, but hopefully next year you will. We actually asked him if he could send us a way or access to the other film that they did, 12 Pole.
Very cheekily,
but it worked. And he sent it to us, so thank you very, very much for that. We might have a chance to watch it tonight, right, guys?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah,
make time.
Possibly.
And that'll be really, really cool. So we'll let you all know how that one went.
Yeah. No, cheers for that. You know, this is we love doing a little bit of a brag, just like we get to watch stuff.
We do get to watch stuff.
Check
well, we have to watch stuff.
Yeah. No, it's a job. This is like such a hard job having to watch all of these cool movies.
Yeah, it's a real pain in the ass.
Yeah, it really is. Yeah.
But if you want to find Soundbite, of course, you'll be able to find links on all of our social media and whatnot. But if you want to find them yourself, they're at Horror House Media on YouTube. Yeah, that is their YouTube channel. It's right on there. And leave them a little comment as well, because that'll be really, really cool.
Sweet.
Cool. Are you guys we all about done for this one?
Yeah, we are.
Okay, cool. Well, we'll just go through our social media again. We are at Watch Horror Pod on Twitter.com. Ruby, what are we for?
We are Let's Watch Horror Pod on Instagram.
Yep, and the same on Facebook.
Yep.
So thanks again to Tommy Musgrove for our really cool album artwork.
Sound artwork, or just our artwork in general.
Someone's getting really ambitious.
Yeah, no, we're going to be releasing a fire mixtape at the beginning of next year. So go and check.
We've already got a rap from you.
I know. Literally, just loop that and get someone to produce some beats for it, and we'll stick it up on DatPiff.
Chuck our intro music, it'd be great.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, thank you for our artwork, then, Tommy. And that is a goodbye from us. Thanks for listening.
Thanks, guys.
See you later.
Bye.